Hello, 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 everyone. What a beautiful day and what a beautiful time to see all your wonderful faces. How is everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello. Hello to Mac and to Becky. Hello to Annie and Deborah. Hello, Deli. Hello, Susan. Good morning, Al. Hello, Trish. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Kathleen from Albuquerque. Hi, Susan Miller in Seattle. Isabel. Hello, good morning. Good morning, KB Galloway. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Sandra. So great to see you this morning. Good morning, Mac. Nice to see you again. Good morning, Susan. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Martha. Hello, Dion. Hello, Gary. Hello, Luda from Victoria, British Columbia. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Anna. Hi, hi, Harriet. Yes. Hello, Martha. Hello, Phoebe. Hello, Nancy, and your wonderful cow. Hello, Bob. Hello, Kat. Hello, Ewa from Poland. Hello. Hello, Barbara. Hello, LMG. Hello, Ray. Hello, Kat. Hello, Ida. Goodness, so many people today. Let's see who else we've got. Let's see. Ah, hello, Harriet. Hi, Bob. Hi, Barbara Robeson. Hello, Ida. I think I might have everyone here. Hello. Hello. It's so great to see you today, and it's a great one. Hi, Jim in NYC. Can't forget you. It's great to see everybody. Jean Ferguson Carr. Hello. Hello. Goodness, so many people. So many people. Hello, Annette Perrone. Let's see. Have I got, oh, we have a whole other page of folk here. Let's see who we've got. Deborah Cooper, and I think Jean, and that may be everyone. If I didn't get you, I'm new at this, so sorry, but welcome to you all. Welcome to another daily antidote of song. And hello, Colin, and let's get started.
All right. Um, Thank you so much, Andrea, for that wonderful set of hellos. I am Betsy Fulford, and I want to welcome you to Washington Revels Week on the Daily Antidote of Song. And I hope you will join us all week for a wonderful week of song leaders from the Washington Revels community. Just a little preview of what's ahead. Tomorrow, Greg and Chris Lewis will be leading a song. The next day, Yvonne Brown and John Butterfield, and they're going to be coming to us from Boulder, Colorado. And then over the weekend, we'll have Erin Geyer, who you know from previous Daily Antidotes because she's been helping out in lots of different ways on the screen here. But you will really enjoy hearing her lead a song. And then we're going to close the week out with Jubilee Voices on Sunday. So I am just excited for this whole wonderful week of wonderful songs and song leaders. But there's a lot happening at Washington Revels in the upcoming weeks, and I want to especially note the celebration of spring, which we are releasing on Saturday, May 22nd. And that event is going to be a wonderful video that has been filmed at Glen Echo and has recordings of people singing wonderful spring songs and dancing and just enjoying the great outdoors. So that video release is free. It's going to run from May 22nd to June 5th. All you have to do is go to our website and register, and you'll get all the information you need to view that wonderful event. So I hope you will put that on your calendars, and you can watch it more than once. Next, after just getting some of that fun information out there, I want to talk about our song leader today. And I am so excited to introduce Jennie Weyman, who is going to lead us in a beautiful song today. Jennie is one of our songbirds in Washington Revels. She has an unbelievably beautiful soprano voice. And she is also a member of our Gallery Voices group and our Heritage Voices group, which you can find out more about on the Washington Revels website. You also may have heard her in December. She sang a beautiful duet in our Sancta Lucia celebration that was released on December 13th. And today, she's going to sing with us, teach us and sing with us a beautiful Shaker song. So I'm just going to hand things over to Jennie and let her tell you more about her song.
Hello, all, and thanks so much for joining us today. I'm going to save some of the history of this piece and some of the context for the end, so we'll just go ahead and dive right in. The main part, as you'll see in the lyrics that are being pasted, there's only really two stanzas to this piece. There isn't a real chorus. So I'm going to teach you the first part, which is probably the most singable piece of this, and then every time that comes up, you can join in that section. So go ahead and repeat after me. What the dew is to the flower. Your turn. What the dew is to the flower. My turn. Gentle words are to the soul. Gentle words are to the soul. My turn. And a blessing to the giver. Your turn. And a blessing to the giver, my turn, and so dear to the receiver, your turn, and so dear to the receiver. Last one, we should never withhold. Your turn, we should never withhold. So yeah, that one's a little bit tricky on where to break up those lines when teaching this. So I'm just going to sing that first stanza all the way through so that you can hear what it sounds like. What the dew is to the flower, gentle words are to the soul, and a blessing to the giver, and so dear to the receiver, we should never withhold. Let's sing that all together this time. And then I'll go ahead and move on to the next part of the song. And then every time that beginning part comes along, sing with me. Ready? What the dew is to the flower, gentle words are to the soul, and a blessing to the giver, and so dear to the receiver, we should never withhold. Gentle words kindly spoken, often soothe the troubled mind, wilings of love are broken by words that are unkind. Then, O thou gentle spirit, my constant guardian be, do to others be thy motto, as I'd have them do to me. Your turn. What the dew is to the flower, gentle words are to the soul, and a blessing to the giver, and so dear to the receiver, we should never withhold. Gentle words kindly spoken, often soothe the troubled mind, wilings of love are broken by words that are unkind. Then, O thou gentle spirit, my constant guardian be, do to others be my motto, as I'd have them do to me. Thank you all for singing. It's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Oh, Jennie, thank you so much. That was just lovely. And, just the theme, gentle words, just really just feels so beautiful today. I love all the imagery in the song. Can you tell us a little bit more about this song and why you know it?
Yes. So Gentle Words is a Shaker hymn. Obviously, the quaking or the quaking shaking Quakers is what they were known of. They were originally founded in England in the mid 18th century, and then moved over to America around colonial times and right around the time of the American Revolution. And this song was actually written in the middle of the 19th century, so 1867. And the reason I know it is I sing a lot with the Capitol Hill Chorale, and one of our specialties is in Shaker music. Obviously, these songs were originally written for a single line. A lot of times you'll see a Shaker hymnal these days that has traditional choral settings of these songs, but originally they would have been a single line, and they had a unique kind of notation. They weren't written out like our music. And so there's been a lot of adapting them from that original notation. But CHC does a lot of settings by Kevin Siegfried, who's our composer in residence, and his specialty is in this kind of music. So he does a lot of modern adaptations. They're very true to the original hymns. And so songs like these, obviously, the Shakers were pacifists. They were also strong abolitionists. The Civil War was a difficult time for them because they were at war between their pacifism and their abolitionism. And so this song kind of at 1867 would have been at the conclusion of the Civil War. So you can see some of that desire for peace and resolution at the end of that conflict.
Thank you. That was a wonderful description. We've actually sung some Shaker tunes in Washington Revels in the past, and some of them have been harmonized, but we've also sung some of them that are just basically unison singing. And I think one of the things that was fascinating when we were sort of learning more about Shakers is how they would often dance and sing at the same time. So they were very active in their praise singing. Although this one feels like something where they would be still singing. It's such a beautiful song.
And I really like the idea because the Shakers, a lot of times, even though these songs were composed by a certain person, they viewed them as gifts that were spiritual gifts. So a lot of times it wasn't a composer creating this, it was a composer receiving this and writing it down. Same with dance, same with art. All of that was reception as opposed to creation.
Thank you. That's everything. I think that the daily antidote of song has been a place where we've had the gift of song every day for well over 365 days. Yay. Thank you, Joe, for making that happen. You mentioned the Capitol Hill Chorale, and I'd love to hear a little bit more about that group and how you came to work with them. And I think you also have something to tell us about choral singing in general, and what's happening with that group right now.
Yep. So something I've appreciated with CHC, Capitol Hill Chorale, is that we've been trying to find as many solutions as possible during the pandemic for what it means to sing together when we can't be together. So we've been having weekly Zoom rehearsals, but we've also since about, I believe, September, October, have been arranging to have outdoor rehearsals that are masked. There's an amphitheater near Alexandria that allows us to all be about 10 to 15 feet apart with singers' masks on. And then our director, Fred Binkholder, is amplified as well as our accompanist, and so we've been able to sing in person since that time outdoors. But this Tuesday, we are going to attempt an indoor rehearsal. It's going to be required that everyone is vaccinated. Everyone will have to be masked with the special singers' masks and indoors in the sanctuary of Lutheran Church of the Reformation, which is huge. It has a capacity of about 600 people. We're limiting it to about 75. Even though the choir is about 120. So it's the first venture into in-person singing for us inside. We will obviously have a Zoom set up as well so that people who cannot attend or will not attend just yet can attend from home, but that's the exciting thing that's going on there, because we're actually, if you're interested in Shaker music, we have a virtual concert coming up in July called Row On, which will feature a lot of Kevin's music and Shaker music, and we'll be able to record some of it in person at the beginning of June, so we're really excited about that.
Gosh, that is so exciting. Just the prospect of being able to hear other voices. Somebody asked a question in the chat about a singer's mask. I have one, but mine is at church right now. I didn't bring it home. You don't happen to have yours with you? Or
I do. It's over there. If you give me like a 30-second pause.
Yeah, I think people would
Vamp
just
me. I'll be right back.
love to see it.
And
Andre's got one too. Yeah, there are special singer's masks that are produced by like the same people that make the black folders that we all know and love, and the advantage to the singer's mask, which I think is called resonance, is that it has a little more space inside of it, so it's not like right up against your mouth like typical masks are. So you have a little more space in there to kind of produce your resonance, and to not feel like when you take a breath in that you're sucking in your mask. So thank you, Andrea, for modeling those.
They look like feed bags for horses. Like you could absolutely have some snacks in there, and because they stick out a good bit from your face, as you can see.
They certainly do.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is that they have coverage kind of all the way around, because with standard masks you get leakage of air and aerosols out the side. This one's from Tang's Alterations in Manassas. They're usually a bridal Altier, but they switched gears at the beginning of the pandemic. But I know there's a whole bunch on the internet that you can get.
Yeah, thank you for that demonstration.
No problem.
I also happen to know that you are involved or work for the Friday Morning Music Club, and I'd love for you to talk to us a little bit about like what that is and what you've been doing with that group during the pandemic.
Yep. So I'm the managing director for the Friday Morning Music Club. For those of you that haven't heard it, we are a DC music organization dedicated to free classical music. We have a chamber series, we have a chorale, we have an orchestra, we have in-home musicals, and it ranges from amateur musicians to professionals. And obviously this season has been very unique in that most of our activities have been on hold, but it is also our 135th anniversary this year. And we were founded in 1886 by a collection of about a dozen young women from their 20s and 30s who found that they didn't have enough musical opportunities based off of their training in music. So they got together to be able to perform with and for each other. It's evolved a bunch over the years, obviously. But the thing that we've been most proud of this year is we've been able to run a virtual chamber series. So we've done, this coming Friday is our last one. We did 32 concerts this year, and they were all filmed in various, because we perform all over the city in a bunch of different venues. We don't have a venue that is our venue. And we filmed all over the city with strict distancing and time in between performances to air out the space, and then we would edit them in post-production and release them weekly. So it has been a very busy year and an exhausting year, because it's been reinventing the wheel. As everyone in the arts knows, every day is new, which is exciting but also tiring. So we've been really proud of what we've been able to accomplish. We also released, in honor of our 135th anniversary, we did FMMC 135 Years, which was a documentary that we put together. It's kind of half documentary, half performance, because the foundation that's part of FMMC also hosts 2 international competitions every year, the Washington International Competition and then the Johansson International Competition, which is every 3 years. And the winners of that are professional musicians. The prize is about $10,000. So they are really world-class musicians, and we invited them to perform for that event. So I recommend checking that out. I think that's fmmc.org/135 years.
Thank you. Wow. That's a long history of music making. I love hearing about the beginnings of that organization. And
it should be mentioned, I'm the first employee. They've been entirely volunteer run until they hired me in 2019. So it is very much a labor of love.
Yeah, well, I'm happy that you're at the helm and you're going to do wonderful things now that things are opening up. Just one more little question. I know that you are also a professional singer in Washington, and so you've been singing throughout the pandemic as well. Like, what's it been like for you?
weird. Because I'm the soprano section leader at Church of Epiphany downtown, and we've been recording at home the entire time. And I mean, I've always had some experience with recording and audio video editing, but the pandemic has caused me to have to ramp up those skills. So we've been recording virtual choirs, we've been recording individual hymns that have been then a part of service. We've sung live service via Zoom, which never quite works the way we want it to. And that caused me, I see in the chat, they just popped up my YouTube channel, so I'm going to contextualize that because it's a bit weird. And so I've always been into costuming and theater, and sewing has been my pandemic hobby that I've started. So it's kind of billowed over into cosplay and costuming, and since singing has always been what I've done, I started doing CosCovers, is what I've been calling them, cosplay covers, where it's just my favorite Disney or Disney adjacent songs that I happen to be in costume for, that allowed me to stretch those muscles and work on those skills outside of the content that I was actually having to put out for church and for choir, etc.
Well, you have been keeping busy for sure. I applaud everything that you've been doing to kind of keep the music going. And I'd like to hand things over to Andrea now to give us a little more information. And then we're going to have a reprise of that wonderful Shaker song.
Yes, indeed. That was beautiful, Jenny. Can't wait to hear more. I'd just like to make sure that you all know about the stuff that's coming up in Washington Revels world. We have some great upcoming programming. One of them will be that celebration of spring on May 22nd that I encourage you all to register for. When we release it, you'll be able to see some wonderful, wonderful things. We've been looking at the early cuts of it, and it's just very, very exciting, and you're going to love it. And bring your dancing shoes. That's all I've got to say. So register for this free event on our website, and also June 19th, that will be also offered on that release that day, and that is going to be a wonderful celebration tying together the many facets of African American life in this country, and of course focusing on Juneteenth, when all of slavery had been officially abolished in the United States. It's going to be a wonderful spring season, so I encourage you to continue your celebration with this DAS week, this Daily Antidote of Song Week. We got a lot of great artists coming up and wonderful opportunities for you to hear these great songs and the great messages they impart, like the one we had today. All of the links are in the chat. All of the information you need is on the website. And if you have a chance, think about helping us out here and there with a donation. And finally, let's listen again to these wonderful, inspiring words in this beautiful song by Jennie. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today.
What the dew is to the flower, gentle words are to the soul, and a blessing to the giver, and so dear to the receiver, we should never withhold. Gentle words, kindly spoken, often soothe the troubled mind. Wirelings of love are broken by words that are unkind. Then, O thou gentle spirit, my constant guardian be. Do to others be my motto, as I'd have them do to me.
Oh,
Beautiful.
thank you. Thank you for that, just bringing that message back to us as we close today. And I just want to thank you all again for joining us during Washington Revels Week on the Daily Antidote of Song. And just come back tomorrow for Greg and Chris Lewis, who will be leading us in a song. And that father and son team is probably, if you've ever seen a Revels, you've seen them before on stage. So I think you'll really enjoy their song tomorrow. Please check out all the links in the chat for our future events that Andrea just did a wonderful job describing. And I think we're ready to say goodbyes now. So I'm going to attempt the goodbyes. So goodbye to, I have to keep the names on the screen. Goodbye to Jennie. Thank you so much for leading us today in that beautiful Shaker song. Goodbye, Andrea. Thank you for co-hosting. Goodbye, Katie. Thank you for all your tech work. Goodbye, Becky. Goodbye, Deborah. Thank you for being here. Bye, Deli. Deli's got like almost like a singer's mask on today. Bye-bye, Susan. Bye-bye, Kate. Goodbye, Isabel. So nice to see you. Bye-bye, Arlene. Nice to see you today in your beautiful background. See you later, Al. Bye, Susan. Goodbye, Susan from Seattle. Goodbye, Kathleen from Albuquerque. And Caroline. And goodbye, Trish. Bonnie, thanks for coming today. Dion, it's so great to see you. Goodbye, Gary. Goodbye, Jim in New York City. Bye-bye, Phoebe. See you later, Fred and Kat from Vermont. Bye, Kevin, who I think is in New Hampshire, right? Bye-bye, Jamie from Victoria. See you later, Annette, and so nice to see you, Colin. Bye-bye, Brian. See you later, Anne. I hope to see you tomorrow. Christina in Seattle. Sorry, people are moving around. Bye-bye, Mabel in Massachusetts. Sheila. Oh, and Mabel's got a friend with her. Bye-bye, Mabel's friend. Thank you for being here today, Sheila. And it's so nice to see you, Jane from Silver Spring. Bob, Suzanne, Dan from Vienna, Virginia, I think. Luda from Victoria, British Columbia. Nice to see you, Storm. Thanks for being here, Anna, and thank you for your hosting last week. It was so great to join you last week. Bye-bye, Thomasina, who also has a friend, I think. And bye-bye to Bob, Jean, Harriet, Sarah, Ray, Colin's mom. I'm sorry, Ray, Joe's mom. Colin's mom is usually here too. And LMG, it's nice to see you. And Campbell in Cambridge. I think I got everybody. And Joe, of course. And Sandra. I think I may have missed Sandra. And Jean. So thank you again for being here. And thanks, Joe, for making all this magic happen. And Katie and Andrea and Jennie, especially today. And please join us tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Betsy. Again, thank you, Jennie and Andrea and Katie. And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us, gang. Can't wait to sing with you tomorrow. And Betsy, you just did a fabulous job of the goodbyes, and Andrea, fabulous job of the hellos. Come back tomorrow, Facebook, so you can be a part of this again. Thank you.